I was just curious, where do you think gospel music is going? Where do you think it will be in 10 years in terms of its structure and the way it's...
I mean, that's hard to say. I don't know if anybody can predict that because music is like a cycle. It goes, different kinds of trends come and go, and they come back, and they go and they come back. So, who knows? I just think that it's a music now that is more heard in terms of the masses because of the internet, because of the kinds of monies that the record companies or labels are spending, because of TV, because of theater. It's getting to places where it's never been before. All overseas, you have gospel choirs in Japan and Norway and Germany and everywhere. So it's if anything, it's going to be even more widespread than it has been.
Right. One thing I've noticed is that this Christian music that's being influenced by, in general, is being influenced by all kinds of styles. You have Christian rock, you have Christian hip hop, you have Christian all kinds of stuff. Are some of those other styles sort of filtering in the gospel as of late in recent years? Or?
Well, I think that that's nothing that's really new. I think that black music is always intertwined. When you look at who we call the father of gospel music, Thomas A. Dorsey, he played the blues.
Right.
So when he brought gospel music, or when he came up with the whole concept of what we now call gospel music, people considered it the blues because the style was so close to the stuff that he played in the club. So it's always been a relation there, or connection there, between all styles of gospel, between all styles of black music.
Right.
And I think that it always will be. We'll always influence each other. A lot of secular artists have come up in the church. So when they sing secular music, you still have a gospel flavor, or played in the church.
Right.
So it's always going to be that connection.
Right. How do you feel about Christian hip hop? And some people say that there's a sort of a clash because hip hop.
I love it. I have no problem as long as the message and the integrity of the message is true. I have no problems with what it sounds like because you have to understand that you have to reach people where they are. There's some young kids who've never been to church. They don't understand what traditional gospel music sounds like, but you can reach them through the style of the music that they're familiar with, which is hip hop. So as long as the message is the same, I have no problem with the trappings or the musical wrappings of the song.
Right. And I was wondering, I talked to Hezekiah Walker, and if I misunderstood, I hope I understood what he told me correctly. It seemed to suggest that there was maybe the industry as a whole doesn't take gospel as, I don't want to say seriously, but it doesn't give it the respect that perhaps it's due.
I don't think so. I agree totally. I think that because the monies, or the majority, or the big monies come through the secular, the industry is money oriented. So certainly they're going to look at the genre that brings in the most cash,
right,
and that has the most widespread. I don't think Christian music will ever get the kind of acceptance that it's going to get, that other genres of music get, simply because of the theme of the music.
Right.
Which is Jesus Christ. So you're always going to have atheists, you have Jewish people, you have other people who may not believe that. They may accept secular, but they're not going to accept Christian. So I always think that it's going to be a problem in terms of us getting the kind of respect that we need to get across the board.
Right. And what will we see from you, say, in the next 2, 3 years, 5 years?
Well, right now I'm actually just dropped my brand new project, Promises, which came out week before last now.
Okay.
And
CD.
Yeah, CD, and it debuted at #1 on the gospel Billboard chart. So I'm really excited about it. So I'm touring with that now, promoting that. After that, I'm going to be starting on my autobiography, which is tentatively entitled Maestro. And I'm really going to be talking about my childhood and, how I got to this place where I am today.
Right. Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for a very interesting conversation.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Good luck to you.